Yo, what is up, people? I'm live right now. And I previously did a video earlier today about me, about me ranting about dang, popcorn kernel. No, you get them kernels that's just stuck in your teeth and shit. That's what just happened. But I did a video about how One Piece sucks right now, because it does. If you want to watch that video, want to hear my thoughts on it, go watch that video. But that had me thinking about Luffy and Luffy's awakening and Luffy as an overall character and how he has come from when we first seen him. When we first seen him with Kobe, him and Kobe freaking going around. Luffy didn't really know what he was, what he really truly wanted as a pirate. Even though he knew he wanted to get to One Piece and he wanted to become a pirate and stuff like that, we didn't know to seeing him lose Ace, to seeing him reunite with Sabo, to seeing him fight Doflamingo, train with Rayleigh, fight freaking Usopp, get back with Usopp, almost lose the fucking crew from on Shabandi Island and reunite with them and he found out that they wasn't dead and shit like that, to now to seeing him fight freaking Rob Lucci, to Doflamingo, to now Katakuri. Like it's crazy. I was just thinking about all of that, and then I started thinking about Luffy's awakening, because Luffy has went through a lot. Like he's got gear first, which is his base form, but nobody really say gear 1. They just say, oh, his base form or something like that. But he got gear 2nd, then he got gear 3rd, now he has gear 4. Now gear 4 has had me thinking a lot, and gear 4, I'm actually thinking that gear 4th is actually Luffy's awakening. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Because I was saying something about like awakening and stuff like that in my One Piece rant. And that just had me thinking like, wow. Because every Paramecia awakening is not going to be like Doflamingo's. Because not every Logia's awakening is going to be like Akainu's and Aokiji's. Like Akainu is magma incarnate. Like he is magma. Aokiji is ice. Like that's what he is. So their awakenings is that they affect the area, surrounding area around them, like freaking Doflamingo does with his strings. But Doflamingo is not a freaking Logia. He's a Paramecia. But his awakening is very, very similar. Very, if not the same thing in terms of awakening. Now, in terms of awakening, if not the same thing as Akainu's and Aokiji's. It has to be. Has to be. Because just something I just thought about. Like, when they was fighting CP9? When they was fighting CP9 and they was about to leave, Zoro was fighting this dude from the Marines who had rust powers. Like if that dude has an awakening, yeah, you know when Zoro was fighting the dude and then Zoro tried to cut the dude and the dude just put his hand on Zoro's swords and he lost both his swords. Like that was funny. He had to get new ones, but that dude awakening, he might be he's a Paramecia, so his awakening might be that he affect the surrounding area. Like that's what his awakening is. But for somebody like Apu, what the fuck is his awakening gonna be? Because he's a damn Paramecia. Or for somebody that like Hawkins, what the fuck is his awakening gonna be? Because he's a Paramecia. Like it's different. Like it's not specifically like we had it wrong. Like for the longest time in the community, we thought that okay, Logias, they affect the area around them, which made sense because the evidence point towards that. But then certain people came in like freaking we started thinking about Kizaru, and it was like well, what the fuck is Kizaru awakening going to be? Like, how is he going to affect the area around him? Because he is basically just light incarnate. Like, he is light. So, so people like him started coming in. Then we was like, oh, Zoan types has this incredible healing factor to where they can build it up to like Kaido, to where they're basically impervious. But then Chopper come in, and you see that Chopper like have different type of awakenings within him, because he does have his full Zoan awakening where he turns into the big animal and he can just go ballistic. He has a healing factor, but he also has different type of points. Like he has monster point, guard point, kung fu point, all of that. Which I don't know if that is awakening or not. I don't know. But with Paramecia is the most diverse and the most interesting of the devil fruits, and the most interesting of the awakenings too. So I saw that to lead back to Luffy, because this is about Luffy and his awakening. I think it is his Gear 4th is his awakening, man, because he just has different. He has different types. He has different forms that he could go in. He has different forms that he could go in within his awakening. Like recently what we seen in the recent chapters, he went in Snake Man. Like Snake Man, which I think is a bullshit, but that's beside the point. It's some new like type of form that he has, which when he was training on the island with Rayleigh, to where he becomes a little skinnier. His arms is a little longer and in their base form. And I think he's just like, he moves in like he has no bones, like a snake or something like that. But then we have Tank Man, was when he fought freaking Cracker, which he becomes just this giant hulking freaking wrecking ball like thing that's just damn near immovable, or damn near immovable, not unstoppable, but immovable. Like that's like a tank. Like it's hard to beat him like a tank. And then we have freaking when he was fighting Doflamingo. I started to think about this. When he was fighting Doflamingo, his arm could stretch as far. It seemed like his arm couldn't stop stretching. Like that has to be some part of his awakening. Like that has to be. Like you have an arm that could literally stretch for as long as you want it to. Because when Doflamingo was fighting him, Doflamingo was flying around. He was like, damn, how long this nigga arm gonna stretch? So that's one thing. Then when he was fighting Cracker, and he was fighting the Crackers like armored Cracker soldiers. And then he created like 6 arms. He created 6 arms, and he started doing like the Kong organ. That could be like one of Luffy's awakening. And somewhat I think about that particular form Luffy have of the Kong organ, because I just watched the video where King of Lightning was talking about it. I think that Luffy is not necessarily like Luffy is doing like the Gatling. He doesn't have 2 arms, and he's just it looks like he has 6 arms because his arms is moving so fucking fast that it looks like that. Like those are literally 6 arms that he has, but it's really only 2. No. I think Luffy stretches out a part of his fucking arm that he already has and creates another fucking arm. Like that's what I think is going on. Because if he can stretch his arm as long as he wants to with the Python when he was fighting fucking Doflamingo, then it's possible for him to create another arm, because he is rubber. Like Luffy is rubber incarnate. He is rubber. So if you have a rubber substance that, say like with like if you have Play-Doh. Play-Doh's like rubber and something else, but you know how you get Play-Doh and you can stretch it out as far as it can go, and you can create like different things with that singular piece of Play-Doh that you have. Like Luffy, I think it is exactly like that. But all he did was he stretched out a part. Say he stretched out a part of his forearm and created another forearm with a fist on it. That's what those 6 arms with the Kong organ was. And since he could do that, that's another form of his awakening. And another form of his awakening is the freaking King Kong gun. Like the giant inhale like gun where he takes his arm and he sucks it in. And the army defeated freaking Doflamingo with, that could be another form. And I'm thinking when Luffy goes into Gear Fourth, that's his awakening because he vulcanizes half of his fucking body for protection. That's what he does. Like the black stuff that's on his body is like his armament hockey mixed in with his rubber vulcanizing. His rubber getting super fucking hard like a hockey puck. Because hockey pucks are rubber, but they basically like tires. Like tires. Even though tires got like steel, like wires of steel in them in order for them to like stay strong and last for a long ass time. Tires are basically rubber. And tires are hard as shit. So I'm thinking that Luffy is like that. That's what he is. Like the rubber with the tire, with the rubber getting all hard with his armament hockey is already incredibly hard, which makes his awakening even that much better. Like Luffy's awakening is Gear 4. Now some people don't think it is because they still think that Luffy's gonna be like Doflamingo, which he freaking could turn everything around him into rubber. Then he's just gonna like put his armament hockey on the fucking rubber around him to hit you with that. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. Because here's why that theory is negated. For this simple reason. Marco is a Zoan. He's a mythical Zoan. He's a Logia and a freaking Zoan. Because he's a phoenix. Which means he has fire and he's an animal. So what the fuck is his awakening gonna be? Is his awakening gonna be the fucking exponential healing factor he already has? Or is it gonna be to where he can affect the area around him and turn it into fire? Like, what is that gonna be? Like, it's just with certain people, the theory breaks down. Luffy, Marco, and Kizaru. With those 3 people, the theory for that particular devil fruit type awakening breaks down. For me, I think. But I think Luffy already has his awakening, man. Like, his awakening is his Gear 4th. Like, that has to be his awakening. If it's not, that's the only, and I just thought of this right then too. That's the only way, like, I can be comfortable with Luffy beating Cracker and Katakuri. Is if that his Gear 4th is his awakening. That's the only way I can be comfortable with that, because I'm not comfortable with it. But the only way I can be comfortable with it is for that simple fact. That's the only way. And if that's not the case, you know it's bullshit. So, but yeah, man, that's all I really have on that. Luffy already has his awakening. It's called Gear 4th. And within Gear 4th, he could do certain modes like the Python, Snake Man, Tank Man, King Kong organ, Gatlin, or whatever that is. The big ass King Kong gun. He vulcanizes his body with his armament hockeys. So therefore, it's damn near impossible to hurt Luffy. Because he's already rubber, so he really doesn't feel any. If you're a normal person, you punch Luffy in the face, he won't feel it because he's fucking rubber. But if you have armament hockey and you punch Luffy, he'll feel it. But since he But since he can vulcanize his fucking body, since he vulcanized his body along with his armament hockey, that time Doflamingo kicked him in his side and Luffy was like, I don't feel it or it doesn't hurt. That is when Luffy, that particular time right there is when Luffy officially, that's when we knew Luffy, well, at least I did know that Luffy that is Luffy's awakening, which is Gear 4. That is what it is, man. Like, for real. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think Luffy already has his awakening, which is Gear 4? Well, that's what I think it is. Or do you think it's something else? Do you think, like, it could be something where he could turn everything around him into rubber or whatever? But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think down in the comments below and all that, man. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. I'm Danny Awesome. You're awesome. Stay awesome. I love your faces. Peace. One love. I am Black Panther out. I'll see y'all in the next one. Tell me what you had for dinner too last night. I had sandwiches and white cheddar popcorn. That's what I had, nigga. Like, gotta save money over here, man. But I'm out, man. Y'all be easy. Peace.